You're watching Valley Sports, the home of the Clippers, Angels, and Ducks.
It's time for Angels Spring Training Baseball this afternoon from Tempe Diablo Stadium. The Angels are back home as they host the Cleveland Guardians. Angels fans making their way into Tempe Diablo Stadium as the Angels get ready to play here on this Thursday. A picture-perfect day for baseball here in the Valley. Terry Smith along with Bobby Valentine as we get you set for Angels baseball. Bob, the Angels looking to rebound after losing their game yesterday at Salt River Fields against Colorado. Today it's Cleveland. Two teams have yet to square off against each other. Let's focus in on a couple of Angel players we've seen a lot of already so far this spring. One of them is Taylor Ward. A lot maybe to prove to some people as far as coming back from his injury a year ago. The other is Angels rookie first baseman Nolan Shonowell, who has hit the baseball right out of the block so far this spring.
Yeah, and Terry, you're talking about two batters, guys who go to the plate and give you the at-bat. That doesn't mean they're going to get 5 pitches every time they go up there. They get that first pitch, it's there. They know how to center it and drive it into the outfield. But these two guys are what you need in your lineup day in and day out. Taylor Ward, coming off of the beating last year, is seeing the strikes really well and hitting them as soon as they get to the plate. Nolan Shonowell, well, you know about his reputation. They called him 3-2 or full count in the minor leagues and in college because he sees strikes and hits them, but he takes balls. These are type of guys who the pitcher is fearful because it's a loud sound when they swing, but they're also worried that the pitch count will go up when you get these guys if you're not throwing strikes. I like both of them in the lineup. Taylor's back. These numbers really mean nothing. Taylor was a little on the down when he got beamed, didn't have a chance to come back up. And of course, Nolan was fresh out of college in Double-A and back to the big leagues. So those numbers, I guarantee, are going to improve across the board because if they're both healthy, because they're both true hitters.
Well, the Angels first baseman Nolan Shonowell was an on-base machine the brief time he was with the Angels last year in September. That's been the case so far this spring. Been up 10 times. He's had 5 hits. And Erica Weston has more on the Angels rookie first baseman.
Thanks, Terry. It's hard to wrap your head around the fact that this is Nolan Shonowell's first spring training, considering he recorded that record on base streak to start his professional career not too long after he was drafted last summer. Now, Shonowell got right to work this offseason trying to recapture some of the power that he had back in college, hitting just 1 home run in his professional debut season last year. Now, while this might be his first professional spring training, and he told me he's trying not to think about that, what he'll never forget is that first big league hit.
Went up there completely blacked out, just like you asked me now, I won't remember what pitch it was, what happened. Well, I can tell you what happened at the end of the bat, but I can't tell you pitch by pitch at all. But I remember walking up to the plate and walking back to the plate. So that was my welcome to the big leagues.
Now, as for that power that we've been talking all spring about with Nolan Shonowell, he had 2 base hits in the game yesterday. Both of them recorded exit velocities of over 100 miles per hour. Ron Washington telling me after the game that he knew he had terrific bat-to-ball skills, and so far that's exactly what he's seen from his first baseman to open up camp. Stay with us as we get you set for first pitch from Tempe Diablo Stadium. The Halos welcoming in the Guardians this afternoon. A beautiful day for baseball. It's Angels and Guardians. We'll have lineups and first pitch next.
Yep.
Quite the paradox.
The first ever Lexus RX plug-in hybrid. Electric for short trips, gas for long.
Angels Baseball is brought to you by OC Healthcare Agency. Navigate to a healthier you at angelsocnavigator.org. And by Pechanga Resort and Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga. Conveniently located right off the I-15 in Temecula. Welcome back to Tempe Diablo Stadium as we are getting set for Angels baseball here on this Thursday. Let's run down the starting lineups for you. First up for the visiting Cleveland Guardians. Leading things off will be their center fielder, and that's Esteban Florial. Batting number 2 at third base, Tyler Freeman. Hitting third, Will Brennan. He'll DH. The catcher is David Fry. He bats number 4. Ryan Rocchio is the shortstop. He bats number 5. John Kenzie Noel will follow, and he will be at first base. Also in left field will be Chase Delaquan. Jonathan Rodriguez in right field hits number 8, and Juan Brito will be playing second base in bat number 9. The starting pitcher is Gavin Williams. He's a 24-year-old right-hander. He figures to be in the Guardians rotation this season. Big guy, 6'6", 250-pounder. Has a very good slider. He's a power pitcher, has a good fastball as well. He was 3-5 in 16 starts last year with Cleveland. Now the lineup for the Angels today. Aaron Hicks will lead it off. He'll be in right field. Batting second, the first baseman Nolan Shonowell. Mike Trout in center field hits third. Anthony Rendon, the cleanup batter, will be at third base. Brandon Drury at second base, bats number 5. Taylor Ward in left field hits 6th. Down the bottom third of the Angels lineup. Logan O'Hoppe, the catcher, hits 7th. Miguel Sano will DH and bat 8th. And Zach Neto will play short and bat number 9. Just wrapping up his warm-up tosses, Patrick Sandoval, the 27-year-old left-hander, 6'3", 190-pounder. This will be his first appearance this spring. He was 7-13 last year in 28 starts with a 4.11 earned run average. So we are just about set for baseball. Florial will lead it off. Left-handed batter, and the game's first pitch cut on foul back behind the plate. Terry Smith and Bobby Valentine with you as we are broadcasting on Valley Sports West and also on Angels Radio today. Just a picture-perfect day for baseball. Bright sunshine, little wind here at the ballpark. And Sandoval's next pitch. That's a chase and a miss. Gave him some hard stuff right there. 71 degrees at game time. First pitch today at 12:09 back to Southern California. Count is 0-2. Florial asked for time from the home plate umpire Paul Clemens. And here's the 2-strike pitch. That is right down the heart of the plate. He took it. He knew it. Struck him out looking. And that's the game's first down. Pretty good start, Bobby, for Sandoval.
And when you turn the page on last year, I'll tell you, Terry, that was a big difference. Strike 1, strike 2, and we didn't go to 3-2 as we saw so often last year with Patrick on the mound. We went to strike 3 with a good fastball, and that's exactly the preach that this team has this year.
Yep, we want to see him throw more strikes this season. He walked 74 a year ago in just over 144 innings. First delivery is a ball here on Tyler Freeman, third baseman for Cleveland today. And the next pitch, right-handed batter swings and pops it up right side of the infield. Easy play. Still on the dirt is Drury. The Angels second baseman makes the putout. So the first two retired here by Patrick Sandoval. Batter now will be Will Brennan. Brennan is a guy who figures to play a lot for them. He did a year ago, 138 games. They have not brought very many of their regulars here today. Brennan, one of just a few in this lineup this afternoon for Cleveland. Lefty batter, he's DHing, and the pitch. Takes that one for ball 1.
Terry, as I mentioned, the 0-2 count to strike 3 on the next pitch. We have 6 pitches, and 4 of them are fastballs. This is the hitter you got to put away quickly.
Here's the next delivery, and that's right in there for a called strike.
Too many times last year, there were 2 outs and no one on, and before you know it, there was a rally and a crooked number on the board.
Brennan is a guy who's pretty much a free swinger. He doesn't walk a whole lot. Takes that one, and he took a strike. So it's 1-2.
2 good breaking balls to this left-handed hitter. And now it's time to put him away with a good fastball away. Let's see if it happens.
Sandoval ready. And here's the 1-2 pitch. That's a shot that's by the mound. It takes a hop right near Neto at near second, and he will throw out Brennan, and the inning is over. So quick, clean inning. No scoring by Cleveland. You're watching Valley Sports West and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app. Leadoff batter for the Angels today, Aaron Hicks, switch hitter. He bats from the left side against the big right-hander in the first pitch. A fastball a little bit outside from Gavin Williams. Williams is a big guy, 6'6", 250 pounds. Intimidating out there on the mound. His next delivery, that's lifted foul on the left side. That's going to push back and out of play. Former first-round pick of the Guardians is Gavin Williams back in 2021. And he will be in their rotation this season. Here's the pitch. That's a little bit outside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Aaron Hicks coming over to fill a leadoff spot and an outfield spot is looking good this spring.
There's the pitch on its way. Thought about chasing that one and takes the pitch. It was called a strike on him. Hicks has had 3 hits, just 6 at bats so far, so he is swinging a good bat. Here's the next pitch, and he takes that fastball high. We mentioned the home plate umpire is Paul Clemens. The crew chief on the bases, Alfonso Marquez. The other umpires on the bases, they'll be rotating Doug Eddings and also John Bacon. Here's the pitch. Fouled back behind the plate. 71 degrees we mentioned at game time today. A beautiful day in the valley and with Cleveland in town. Right now 34 degrees there in the Buckeye State in Cleveland, Ohio. Next delivery, a chase and a pitch that Hicks swings and misses. It popped out of the mid of the catcher fry, and a strikeout on Aaron Hicks is out number 1. And here is Nolan Shotwell.
Yeah, first breaking ball that Hicks saw was down and in, a ball off the plate. Aaron usually takes that ball for ball 4, but a 7-pitch at bat gives him a check in the good at bat range.
Shonowell goes after the first one, fouls that pitch off over on the left side out of play.
You know, Terry, with Mike Trout hitting third in every game he's played so far this year, you want guys hitting in front of him who will make the pitcher work. Have Mike get up there after 15 pitches are thrown or so. Have the pitcher at the end of his rope and maybe get a cricket number on the board in the first inning.
Yep. Here's the 1-1 on Shonowell. He fouls that one back behind the plate. Recent years we've seen Trout in the 2-hole a lot, but in the 3-hole the way it seems for this season. And good to see Mike in the lineup. Third straight day that he has been in the Angels starting lineup. Saw him yesterday at Salt River Fields in the game against the Rockies. Angels will have a game tomorrow in Peoria as Shonowell fouls that one off his foot. He's hobbling around a little bit, asking for time. Angels will be playing the Padres tomorrow, and Reed Detmers will make his first start this spring for the Angels. The Angels are 2-3-1, and the Guardians are 2-3 so far this spring.
Ron Washington's all about work, getting your legs strong, making sure that you understand what it takes to get through those tough days. He thinks you have a start of the season, a middle of the season, and an end of the season. And the middle of the season is usually the toughest part. And he's building strength and endurance here in the spring.
Shonowell takes one low and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Angels rookie first baseman. Kevin Williams was a strikeout pitcher the time he was with Cleveland a year ago, averaged just about 1 an inning, and here's one lifted into left center field. It's hanging up, and cutting in front of Florial is the left fielder there to make the grab on that one. So that is out number 2, and here's Mike Trout getting ready to bat.
And Nolan is really limping going into the dugout. He took that one off his, I think, the top of his foot, and that'll leave a mark and also swell up quite quickly. We'll see if he takes the field.
There's the first one on Mike Trout, and Mike takes that one for a ball. Trout still looking for his first hit this spring. Driven in a run this spring. And here's the next delivery. Takes, and that's off speed on the outside corner. That's a called strike.
Mike is setting a great example for this team as a veteran who's working.
And the next pitch, a chase and a miss by Trout. So he's down. It's now 1-2.
It's great to see one of the best players in the game, if not the best players in the game, setting an example, and Mike's doing just that.
1-2 pitch. Trout takes. Fastball misses inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're scoreless in the bottom of the first, just underway here in Tempe, and the next pitch, Trout takes that breaking pitch low and away. And so Mike has worked a full count. Anthony Rendon waiting on deck if the inning continues. 2 outs. Williams set. Here's the payoff on Trout, and that is a called third strike. Worked him inside with that fastball. Trout thought that pitch was a little high and in. Count doesn't go his way, so the Angels fail to score. We are headed to the second inning. You're watching Bally Sports West and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app. David Fry is the batter for Cleveland. Went after the first pitch from Patrick Sandoval. The count is 0-1. Fry, backup catcher for the Guardians. And here's the next pitch. Hits that one sharply, but a foul ball down the left side. He pulled that one foul, low liner. 0-2 the count.
It's a good pitch. Only thing he can do is hit it foul, down and in. Patrick's throwing strikes. It looks like he has a very good idea and a good plan. And it looks like he's working his plan.
And here's the 0-2. Bouncing ball foul on the third base side. Cleveland Guardians with a new manager this season. Terry Francona retired at the end of last season, and Stephen Vogt, their new skipper. He was the bullpen coach with Seattle last year. Major league player for a number of years. And there's a swing and a miss. Good pitch there from Sandoval, and late on the swing, Fry struck him out, one away.
Once again, Terry, a thing of beauty, getting ahead and putting them away, not wasting pitches, going after the hitter, even with 2 strikes, not trying to spin one to impress the computer, but throwing a strike to impress his teammates.
So here is Rocchio batting. Brian Rocchio, first pitch on him in there for a strike. He could end up being their starting shortstop this year. He was in 23 games a year ago for them, hit .247. And here's the pitch. He takes that one outside. One ball and 1 strike is the count. Angels have the infield backed up except for Rendon. He's in a bit. And here's the next pitch. Chase and a miss. Sandoval is throwing strikes.
Throwing strikes with many pitches. Cutters, fastballs, changeups, moving in and moving out, looking like the pitcher that he needs to be this year for the Angels to be successful.
And here's the next delivery. It's fouled straight back behind the plate. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sandoval's retired the first 4 today with a pair of strikeouts. Jean-Kenzie Noel is waiting on deck. He was a power hitter in AAA for Cleveland a year ago. Here's the next pitch. Bouncing ball to the left of the mound. Neto is going to have to hurry. Charges, throws, and gets it there in time. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of Angels Baseball may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball.
And Terry, that's going to be a signature type play for Zach Neto. He comes in on the ball extremely well. He understands to get his body under control and feel the ball off of his left foot, so he just comes down on his right foot and in one motion throws the runner out.
Here's the pitch, and it's a pop-up on the right side of the infield. This should wrap things up. Calling and making the catch is Drury, and that will do it. So Cleveland fails to score. We yet to have anything put on the board. We go to the bottom of the second inning. You're watching Valley Sports West and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app. Anthony Rendon leading it off. First pitch from the big right-hander Gavin Williams. Missed inside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Rendon, Drury, and Ward for the Angels as we start the bottom of the second. No score. That one's right in there for a called strike on Rendon. Anthony's had 1 hit so far this spring. He's 1 for 4. And here's the next delivery. And that one, a pitch he takes in and misses for a ball. Rendon was in the lineup yesterday for the Angels, so back-to-back games for him now. He played in that game at Salt River Fields yesterday. And was on base a few times, had a single, also a walk in that ball game. Counts 3-1, pitch missed.
And he's having better at-bats every game, Terry, and doing all the drills, working with the guys. You got to like what you see.
Here's the 3-1 delivery. He takes inside, and that one misses. And Rendon is on with a leadoff walk. First Angels base runner. Brandon Drury will be the next batter. Be interesting to see when we get to the top of the third if Patrick Sandoval's back out on the mound. What do you think?
No, I'll bet dollars to donut holes that he is.
So that would be a third inning for an Angel starter. We've yet to see that so far. And here's the pitch. That's a bit outside. Bullpen appears to be pretty quiet. A lot of people in that Angel bullpen right now.
And in the dugout.
Oh, yeah. 1 ball, no strikes on Drury. Next pitch bounces this one to the right of the mound. Fielded by the pitcher Williams. He'll underhand the toss to first. Drury retired on the comebacker. Rendon moves up to second. And Taylor Ward will be the next batter.
Terry, there are a few things that Ron Washington is trying to establish. You know, a work ethic, a team work ethic. And he has guys staying for 5 innings, regardless of how many stripes you have on your shoulder. You stay at home and watch 5 innings of the game together with your teammates.
Here's the pitch on its way. That's a pitch on the outside part of the plate.
And I think that's a really good thing, except for the guys who are trying to get their handicaps down. They get out to the course a little late.
That's right. And the local time here in the Valley, it's an hour later than back in Southern California right now. So.
And Terry, really interesting. That's the first good fastball that was in off the plate to Taylor so far this spring. And he was on it. He saw it.
Counts 1 ball, 1 strike on Ward. There's a swing and a miss. Chase that one, and the count goes to 1-2. Williams has a good slider, and he has a power arm, so that fastball is going to have good velocity as well.
And likes to throw inside to right-handers.
He does. Seen that against Trout and Rendon. Here's the pitch, and that one was inside. That one backs Ward away, so that was the pitch coming in on him. Might as well get used to that a little bit.
Well, I don't know about getting used to it, but that's the pitch he needed to see.
Yeah.
He needed to prove to himself he could get out of the way of that pitch.
Right.
Because that was up and in.
2 balls and 2 strikes. No score here in the bottom of the second, and the next pitch, and that was another one a little bit up and in. That one misses, so it's a full count. Ward hitting today out of the 6 hole, and he had been the leadoff man the past 2 games. He's starting his 3rd game, but not hitting leadoff today. And the next delivery on him, he swings and misses that one. Fooled him right there, struck him out. Williams thought it was the final out. He was starting to head to his dugout, but that's out number 2. And O'Hoppe gets ready to bat, but Rendon at second, 2 gone.
You know, that was a breaking ball after those up and in fastballs, and I think Taylor Ward was right on him, just a little out in front of that breaking ball. I think that's a good at-bat for him moving forward.
O'Hoppe, the batter, chases the first pitch, fouls it off on the right side, out of play. 24-year-old Angel catcher. O'Hoppe's had 1 hit so far and 5 spring at-bats.
Miguel Sano waits on deck if the inning continues. There's a pitch inside. It misses. 1 ball and 1 strike to count.
Terry Logan has taken on full responsibility for the pitching staff, and it's a great thing to see that he is with them on every pitch every day.
Here's the next delivery. It's fouled back behind the plate. Well, last season after he had his injury, he stayed around. He was in that Angel dugout all the time. He was kind of like a young coach while he was sidelined as a result of his injury. 1-2 is the count, and here's the next one on O'Hoppe. That just missed a little bit low and away. Good eye with 2 strikes. 2-2.
Jerry Nairn, the catching coach this year, has been a great mentor for Logan. Logan stayed in communication with his pitching staff during the winter. He knows them well, and he's done a great job with them thus far this spring.
2-2, and he chases that slider, got him swinging, struck him out, and that'll end the inning. A couple strong innings for Williams. No score as we head to the 3rd. You're watching Bally Sports West and listening on Angels Radio, also available free on the Angels Radio app. Angels are going to make a pitching move, although we see Patrick Sandoval getting some throws in the Angel bullpen. The new pitcher for the Angels is Chase Silseth. So he gets set to work here in inning number 3, scoreless ball game.
This is where you have starters who are pitching in the same game, piggybacking. You have to get them both work. So Patrick's down there throwing another inning or 2 in the bullpen. He'll sit down.
Here's the first pitch that's fouled off and out of play on the left side. No balls and 1 strike.
And get back up just as though he was going out to the mound in the game to get the pitches that he needs to build up his arm.
Left-handed batter at the plate, and a chase and a miss. The batter is Chase DeLauder, and he is an outfielder. He was in Double-A, Advanced A, and rookie ball last year, and he hit well. Hit .355 a year ago in the minors. Here's the pitch, and he grounds that one sharply, but a nice stop by Shotwell. He'll race to the bag and just got there in time. Unassisted put out, 1 away. Let's talk a little bit about Sandoval. His outing today couldn't have been much better. He retired all 6 batters he faced, and he struck out the leadoff man in each of the 2 innings he worked today.
And he wasted no time and wasted no pitches, exactly the way the plan is written.
So a nice debut for Patrick Sandoval, and at the plate is Jonathan Rodriguez, other player from the minors who last year was in Triple-A and Double-A. Good power, had 29 home runs in the minors a year ago. 88 runs batted in. Here's the pitch, and he takes low and outside. Quiet game so far. We've yet to get a hit on the board for either club. First 7 Guardians retired in a row. And here's the pitch. That's inside from Silseth. 2 balls and no strikes. Young right-hander, Silseth on the mound.
Back.
And here's the next pitch, and that one pitch inside. That was actually a 3-0 pitch, and so that's going to be ball 4. So Rodriguez is on with a 1-out walk. First base runner. Fans, don't forget to join us for the Angels home opener. That'll be on April the 5th. Angels will take on the Red Sox. They'll take on the Red Sox the following day as well on the 6th. First 25,000 fans will receive a wall calendar courtesy of angels.ocnavigator.org. There's Juan Brito at the plate, another player from their minors making the opening roster here against the Angels today. Brito is a switch hitter, hit .271 last year between AAA, AA, and advanced A ball. Switch hitter takes, that's outside from Silseth.
It was a real good call, calling the breaking ball on the first pitch to get a strike in the count. Chase is a little off with his fastball, trying to overthrow it, as we like to say. So use that breaking ball to get him online. Good idea.
Here's the next pitch, and that one pitch in there popped off the mid of Hoppy, but it was a called strike, and the count's 1-2.
And another breaking ball, so he's ahead in the count. Now he can throw that fastball, and even out of the zone, it'll work to get the out.
Silseth with a pickoff toss, and the runner gets back. That's Rodriguez. Chase Silseth was in 16 games for the Angels last year. 8 as a starter, 4-1 record. ERA was good, 3.96. There's the delivery, and that's hit well into center field. Trout has a beat on it, though. He's there to make the catch about chest high, and that'll be the second out. 2 are gone. Florial, the leadoff man, will be the next batter.
Yeah, Chase last year was part of an experiment, failed. Put him in the bullpen. They needed a power arm. They thought his split finger would work out there. It didn't quite fit with him and with the group, and now he's back starting, and I think he's going to be a good one.
Throws a lot of pitches, and a lot of pitches he has confidence in, as that one is chased and missed. 0-1 is the count. Silseth also had that weird injury last season, and he was on the concussion protocol for quite some time. Got struck by a thrown ball in the infield, and the pitch, that one is ball, throw to second, runner going, and the throw takes a hop, and a nice tag there by Neto. The inning is over on the caught stealing. That'll do it for Cleveland. We are headed to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Still no score. You're watching Valley Sports West and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app. New pitcher in the ball game for the Guardians. His name is Tim Herron. He is a left-hander. He was in 23 games for Cleveland a year ago. 5.53 ERA. Reliever for them last season. And his first pitch on Miguel Sano, and that's taken ball one. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Sano still looking for his first hit this spring. Getting the start as the DH for the Angels. And the next pitch, a wave and a miss. And the count is 1-1. Herron is a guy who will strike out batters. He's not all that overpowering. And he had quite a debut for Cleveland last season. The pitch, fly ball lifted into left center field. They're waiting to make the catch on that one is DeWater, the left fielder, and that's the first out. Zach Neto will be the next batter. Herron struck out all 4 batters that he faced in his major league debut last April with Cleveland. And averaged better than a strikeout an inning in his 23 appearances out of their bullpen. Left-hander is set. Neto's first at bat today. It takes the first pitch outside. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
Logan O'Hoppe made a really quick throw to second base. It was on 1 hop. To end the inning, Zach Neto picked it cleanly, and he's been working on that all spring also.
There's one that got away from Herron. It's outside for a ball. Two 2-0 on the Angels shortstop. There's a pitch he takes low and inside, so he's worked a 3-0 count.
Timing is something all hitters work on. Zach really needs the timing with that high leg kick, and it looks like he's on time thus far.
There's a pitch, and on the green light, he sends a high fly ball that's hit well out into dead center field, and that ball is going to get out. It's a home run. Neto had the green light there, 3-0. He's not a guy that likes to walk a whole lot, and he was swinging the bat 3-0 and hits one out the dead center. It's 1-0 Angels.
Terry to dead center, 450 feet away or so, hit in the middle of the batter's eye. As I say, he's looked on time, and when he's on time, he is a very powerful hitter. He's a little guy, people think. He's a shortstop, people think. No, he's a hitter, and he's a hitter with power.
Neto had 9 homers last year for the Angels, just shy of 90 games, and he hits one here, his first one this spring. Batter is Hicks, and the first pitch on Aaron Hicks as he bats right-handed against the lefty in there for a strike. Here's the next delivery, and that one, it's a little high and away. Hicks struck out his first time up. That was against Gavin Williams, who was impressive for Cleveland. He went 2 hitless and scoreless innings with 4 strikeouts and a walk. Next one here on Hicks, lifted in the air into left center field, but hanging up, and to his left, making the running catch on that one is DeWater, and that'll be out number 2.
That ball was just a little off the end of the bat. You have to remember, Terry, Aaron Hicks is a switch hitter. Switch hitters, have to hit for both sides of the plate. They don't get twice as much batting practice, though. So they only really have half as many reps as the other players.
There's a pitch that's taken for ball 1 by Shonowell. He flied out to left his first time up. Angels with the 1-0 lead here in the third. Shonowell taking, and that is a called strike. Caught the inside part of the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup. Trout would be up next, and the pitch, that's low and in. Well, we saw Silseth pitch in the top of the inning. We figure to see him go another inning. And here's the pitch, and that breaking ball had Shonowell moving off the plate. It hooks in there for a called strike. It's now 2-2. First hit of the ball game today, a home run by Neto. There's one bounced just to the left of the mound. It's out near second. The shortstop Rocchio will throw out Shonowell, and that will end the inning. Angels take a 1-0 lead. We're headed to the 4th inning. You're watching Valley Sports West and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Get ready for the...
Fourth inning we go, 1-0 Angels, and Florial at the plate for Cleveland. There's a pitch right in there for a called strike. He was batting when Rodriguez was gunned down trying to steal second base in last inning. Strong throw by O'Hoppe to get him. So Florial back at the plate, and the pitch bounces one on a hop right at Shotwell. He'll race to the bag and gets there in time. So one quick out, unassisted play. Tyler Freeman will be the next batter for Cleveland.
Terry, that's one of the themes of this camp. Get outs, but get quick outs. Don't waste pitches. Don't worry about striking guys out. Make quality pitches that get put in play, and your teammates will make the play behind you.
Freeman, a right-handed batter. He's from Southern California. He bounces a ball high, hop over the head of Rendon, fielded by Neto, but the throw's going to take Shotwell off the bag. So it's an infield hit all the way for Tyler Freeman, who went to Rancho Cucamonga High School. Fans, don't forget, experience Angels baseball with the Coca-Cola Family Fun Pack for just $44. You get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks. Visit angels.com/funpack. So the first Cleveland hit coming off the bat of Freeman. And he draws a throw over there at first base from Silseth. Silseth has a pretty good move for a right-hander. Saw that last season. Big lead over there by that runner Freeman. Not going to pitch. Called strike on the outside corner to Will Brennan. Lefty batter Brennan at the plate. Silseth with the next pitch. Popped foul. That's backing out of play on the left side.
Terry, all the pitchers have been working on their moves, as all pitchers do in spring training. But I think this year there's been an extra emphasis. Perry Manassian said it looked like a track meet sometimes with the other team. On our team, let's get a little more professional, and I think the guys are getting better.
Here's the delivery. It's well hit down the right field side, tight to the line, but that one is going to push foul. Brennan jumped all over that pitch. Hit it hard, but a long strike. So 0-2. Third baseman Rendon's playing in the shortstop hole with Neto shaded near second. Pickoff toss, and just getting back safely goes Freeman. That was close, very close.
Yeah, practice lets people know you've been practicing, and that was a practice pickoff move that was very close. At first, Nolan actually might have missed the swipe, and that's why he was safe.
Yeah, he never really got it on the hand. Here's the runner going. The pitch is a strike, and that's a strikeout. The throw gets by and through into center field, so getting up and hustling on to third base will be Freeman. So it'll be a strikeout on Brennan, a stolen base, and then the throwing error will enable Freeman to get the extra base. He's at third with 2 outs.
Logan O'Hoppe had good footwork and a good exchange, but right at the end, it looks like he lost the grip just slightly, and the ball sailed into center field.
So 2 outs, runner at third. Fry is the batter, and the pitch. He swings at that one and fouls that pitch back out of play. Right-handed hitter at the plate. Fry struck out his first time up. Player they got a couple years ago from the Brewers, and the pitch, he bounces one sharply but foul over on the third base side. 0-2 the count.
Silseth had a soft landing on that pitch and twisted his left ankle just a little. He's taking a little time to shake it off.
Went through the baseball out of play. Get a new baseball. It got him a few extra seconds, I guess. Now he's ready to come in. And here's the pitch. A little check swing, a slow roller hit on the right side. This should be an easy play to end the inning. It will be as Drury throws out Fry, and they leave the runner at third. Bottom of the fourth coming up. It's 1-0 Angels. You're watching Valley Sports West and listening on Angels Radio. Also available on the Angels Radio app. Mike Trout leads it off. We start the bottom of the fourth. He'll face a new Cleveland pitcher. Anthony Banda is the new pitcher. And the lefty's first pitch. Trout takes, that's a little bit outside. It misses for a ball. Banda, pitcher who was with the Washington Nationals last year. He's a quick worker. And he's been a pretty good strikeout pitcher in the past. Here's Trout lining a ball in the gap. That's going to be his first hit this spring. That's going to go all the way out to the wall. He'll coast into second base with a double. So Mike Trout at second base to start the inning off. And he hit that ball on the button right there. Batter now will be Anthony Rendon.
Mike's had good at-bats. He's hit some line drives, one caught at the warning track in right center field, one at the second baseman, but this one finds the gap, and that's vintage Mike Trout. Low ball, line drive, two-base hit.
See if Rendon can bring in Trout from second. Anthony's had a walk so far today. Takes that one outside.
Okay, so batting practice, and the theme here is, hey, let's get him over. Maybe get him in, but we'll do something so the next hitter will be hitting with a man on third.
And there's one that's fouled back by Rendon. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And there's no one in baseball better at hitting the ball to the opposite field than Anthony Rendon, even though his power stroke might be something that he wants to whip out right here against his left-hander.
Here's the pitch, and he was moving his feet on that one. It was low and inside. 2-1 the count on Rendon. Angels have Drury waiting on deck, trying to add on here. Up 1-0, bottom of the 4th. The pitch. That caught the outside part of the plate, called strike. 2-2 on Rendon. Outfield is shading Rendon a little bit the opposite way. Right fielder's not all that deep. The pitch, and that one misses low. Full count. So Rendon, who walked his first time up, is run a full count here against Banda. Now we'll see what gives on the payoff. The lefty checks Trout, delivers on Rendon. He goes the opposite way, and that's a shot that's going to drop into right field. Trout's going to be waved home. The throw now will go to the cutoff man, and then Trout put on the brakes. Initially, it looked like he was going to try and score on that one, but at the last moment after starting to hit to home, jammed on the brakes and went back to third. So runners at the corners, no outs, and Drury will be the batter.
Eric Young Sr. is the third base coach for the first time. He knows he has some rules to live by, and one of them is with no outs, you have to be absolutely sure. With 2 outs, you always send them in. 1 out, it's his decision.
Here's the first one on Drury, a big cut and a miss at that pitch.
With no outs, he decided to hold the runner, and I think it's a good decision, a safe decision, even though he would have scored easily.
Yep. Initially, he had Trout being waved home, and then he put on the brakes after Trout made the turn at third to head home. And no balls and 1 strike to count on Drury. He hit one back to the mound back in the bottom of the 2nd. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Angels on top, and the pitch. This is a shot into left center field. Chasing after it, diving, and unable to make the catch is the left fielder. Angels will get a run, and runners will be at the corners on the RBI hit. Well, DeLauder nearly caught that ball, had it on his glove, but couldn't hold on. Angels now up 2-0.
And what an excellent read by Anthony Rendon. Going into second full speed, having the play in front of him, and moving without breaking stride into third base to create a first and third no-out situation.
Let's pause for stations to identify themselves.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Tucson with America's best warranty.
Taylor Ward is the batter, and he steps up. No outs, runners at the corners. Ward struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch on its way. Takes it high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 3 straight hits by the Angels here in this inning. Although DeLauder, that left fielder, nearly caught that ball that Drury hit, just couldn't hold on as he was sprawling trying to make the catch in the gap in left center. Here's the next pitch, and that's a breaking ball in there for a called strike. Banda fastball. He's always had a good curve. And now we're told that that ball that was hit by Drury, they're going to score that an error. That's a tough call right there. Drury will still get the run batted in on it. And here's the pitch. And that one is on the outside part of the plate for a called strike.
Yeah, Terry, stats really don't mean much in spring training. The idea with a man on third and less than 2 outs is hit the ball at a big part of the park. Exactly what Drury did. This has been a case.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball hit the short. They could get 2. Second for 1. Relay to first. And that is going to be a double play. On the play, though, Rendon will score on it. So the Angels add on and take a 3-0 lead. 2 outs now in the inning. And O'Hoppe will be the next batter.
Yeah, sorry about that, but I was saying that this is a very good offensive inning. Johnny Washington, the hitting coach, is very pleased with the production and the at-bats.
First one on O'Hoppe, and he is taking that's in there for strike 1. Here's the next pitch, and that one there, O'Hoppe takes again. Count even. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Angels doing some damage last couple of innings against the Cleveland bullpen. Their starter was solid, Gavin Williams. 2-1 on O'Hoppe. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled back behind the plate. So the count's level. It's now 2-2. Tomorrow the Angels will head on to Peoria to take on the Padres. Detmers against Vasquez in that one. There's one that's low and inside. And the Angels will be back in action here in Tempe to take on the Arizona Diamondbacks, the National League champions. That ball game on Saturday, and there's a 3-2 delivery, and O'Hoppe's called out on strikes, and that will end the inning. Couple of runs in the inning. Angels take a 3-0 lead to the 5th. You're watching Angels baseball on Valley Sports West and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app. Angels go to the bullpen, bring in their second reliever and third pitcher of the day. So Drew Pomerantz will take over for Chase Silseth. And Silseth did a nice job today, worked 2 innings, as did the starter Patrick Sandoval. Silseth allowed 1 hit. He did not give up any runs. And along the way, he walked the batter and struck out a batter. So Pomerantz will take over. And we'll see if he can continue the solid pitching we've seen so far from Angels pitchers in this ball game. The first 2 Angels pitchers throwing first ball strikes 10 times against the 13 they had faced. Pomerantz threw one that was a pitch that missed, and here's one that's lifted high and foul down the left side. So that ball was way out of the ballpark, but foul.
Real short foul pole here, and the umpire decided that ball was not over the foul pole, but to the left of it.
Yep.
Pretty close.
Here's the next one on Rocchio, and he's taking that breaking ball for a called strike. 1-2 is the count. Pomerantz with a lot of major league experience, but a guy who's been hurt quite a bit in recent years. Signed minor league deal with the Angels, and here's a pop-up on the right side. It's hanging up. Shonowell, a few feet back on the outfield grass. The first baseman will put that one away, and that will be out number 1. Fans, don't forget, enjoy amazing moments by the Angels from the comfort of a suite at the Big A. All inclusive packages are available. All you have to do is call 888-796-HALO or visit angels.com/suites. Here is Noel at the plate, big first baseman. And the pitch on the right-handed batter, he's taking, and that one pitch that misses, 1 ball, no strikes. Jean-Kenzie Noel, the batter. And the next pitch, little tapper fouled off right around the batter's circle. They got a piece of Ohapi, and he's trying to shake it off. They're going to give him a little extra time. Ohapi there after taking that foul ball off his body.
As spring training develops, you'll see Logan Ohapi move a little closer to the batter, and some of those foul tips will not have the angle that they had just there to hit him. Will hit the glove first.
There's the pitch, and that one pitch in there for a called strike. Ohapi's setting a real low target here against Rodriguez. Pomerantz ready. And here's the next pitch. That's skied in the air on the left side of the infield, and it's hanging up. Let's see who's going to call for it. It's going to be Rendon with Neto right beside him, and the veteran taking charge there. Makes the grab on that one for the second out.
Nice job so far by Pomerantz, moving his fastball in and out, throwing a good breaking ball. A left-hander in the bullpen or 2 is exactly what Ron Washington is looking to leave spring training with.
So here's DeLauder at the plate. He's their left fielder. We mentioned that they charged him with an error on that ball that Drury hit in the bottom of last inning, and they've since changed the call. And I'm glad to see that, because that was really not an error. So Drury's going to get a hit and a run batted in. I'm sure he's happy about it. Justice served on that scoring call. 2 strikes to count after another one fouled off, and there's a pitch that's inside. It misses for a ball.
I think that might have been a changeup to a left-hander that got away from Drew just a little.
Pomerantz ready, and the next pitch. Drilled foul down the right side. That's way back and out of play. Pomerantz hasn't pitched in the big leagues since 2021. And last year pitched in AAA and A-ball in the Padres organization. Just 7 games, though. He's had a lot of injury issues. There's a pitch that misses low. 2-2 is the count.
big left-hander would be a great compliment to Matt Moore from the left side coming out of the bullpen, especially one who throws strikes, and Drew has commanded the strike zone this spring.
Here's the next delivery, and checking on that one, and the pitch going the way of the batter DeLauder. So it's a full count, 3-2. There was an appeal to the third base umpire, said DeLauder was holding. Pomerantz has battled a lot of shoulder problems in recent years, and here's the 3-2, and he tried to pick at that outside corner, didn't get the call, so it's ball 4. Pretty good at bat there by DeLauder, a young player, against a veteran lefty. And with 2 outs, Jonathan Rodriguez will be the next batter.
Yeah, 2-2 breaking ball that broke well, just missed inside fastball away, just missing. I think the umpire's having a tough day today, but buckle up.
It's spring training, I guess, so everybody's got to get
for everyone.
Yep. He'll toss over to first base. Runner gets back. Angels leading the Guardians 3-0. We're in the top of the 5th, and the first pitch here on Rodriguez taken for strike 1. Brito would be up next, their 9-hole hitter and second baseman. Here comes the next delivery, and that's right in there for a called strike.
Good fastball, good breaking ball. Now something to put him away would end this inning and have Drew feeling really good about himself walking off the mound.
So he's way in front here, and the 2-strike pitch, and that one just a little bit low.
Whew, I guess. At least that's what he said.
Paul Clemens behind the plate today. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that's a chase and a miss. He fooled him right there, gave him the breaking ball, and struck him out. That will end the inning. They leave a runner on. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. Angels on top, 3-0. You're watching Valley Sports West and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Where the riding takes you.
New pitcher for the Guardians, Tanner Burns, gets ready to work. Bottom of the 5th as Miguel Sano digs in against him. Right-hander against right-hander. The first one in there for a called strike. 0-1 is the count. After Sano, Neto waiting on deck, and the pitch. That one misses high for a ball. Tanner Burns, who is pitching, a minor league pitcher they brought here to Tempe today. Here's the delivery on Sano, and he takes, and that one runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. Sano flied out to left. That was back in the bottom of the 3rd. He led that inning off. He's leading things off here in the bottom of the 5th. 3-0 Angels. The pitch fouled off right side. That's backing out of play. There's a new third baseman in the game for Cleveland, and that is Daniel Schneemann. And now it looks like the catcher David Fry is going to go out and have a quick word with Tanner Burns, the pitcher. They need to get on the same page apparently with the count 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Miguel Sano was signed to come in the camp, see if he could play a little first base, third base, DH, and bring that stroke back that he had a few years ago, hitting 30 home runs in the major leagues. He's been off a little. His timing is not what it should be. Got off a plane at midnight and played in the game.
We've not seen him in the field. He's just DH'd in the games he's appeared in so far. And there's a pitch he takes low. Of course, the Angels had a everyday DH for a number of seasons. No longer with the Angels, Shohei Ohtani. And the pitch, that is a pitch that he takes, and that's ball 4. That 3-2 delivery a little bit low. Leadoff walk for Sano, so he's on. And I guess today what Shohei Ohtani announced, he got married. Kind of mysteriously in the offseason back in Japan. So that had Major League Baseball buzzing earlier today.
Rumor has it she's an Orange County gal. Maybe we'll see Shohei hanging around Orange County a little during the summer.
There's a pitch that's in there for a called strike. Zach Neto is the batter. His home run with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd inning gave the Angels at the time a 1-0 lead. It's now 3-0. Here's the pitch, and that's low on Neto. 1 ball, 1 strike. Angels so far in this ball game, 3 runs on 4 hits. Cleveland, no runs, just 1 hit. Angel pitching's been very good first 5 innings. Here's the next one. It's softly hit on the third base side. New third baseman has it, and that is Schneemann. He will throw out Neto at first base. On the play, Sano moves up to second. 1 out base runner. Aaron Hicks will be the next batter. Hicks is 0 for 2 today as the leadoff man, and he's going back and forth between batting left-handed and right-handed. He's back to hitting left against this right he's facing now. On the pitch, and that's a pitch low and away, ball 1. Aaron Hicks was with the Yankees for a long time, signed a long-term contract for them. Yankees are still paying the bulk of that contract off. And the next pitch, and that one misses ball 2. It's 2 balls and no strikes. And there's the pitcher Burns wheeling around, bluffing a pickoff toss. And Hicks was with the Yankees. He signed a 7-year deal with them. And then he ended up going from the Yankees to Baltimore last year. And the Angels signed Hicks as a free agent in the offseason. There's a pitch he takes, and that pitch there on Hicks, a pitch that's ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes.
Once again, working the count. One of the things Aaron Hicks is known for.
Here's the 3-0 on Hicks, and he was taking another one. That one's called a strike. Tanner Burns, who's pitching, the 4th pitcher today for Cleveland. The Angels have used 3 so far in this game and lead at 3-0. The pitch, and Hicks will take, and that one is low and inside. pair walks in the inning. 2 base runners for the Angels. And here's Shonowell, who's gone 0 for 2.
Well, he's really due for a hit. Gosh, I don't know how many times he's been 0 for 2 in an Angel uniform.
It's like Joe Adell has come in to pinch run. He's the runner over there at first base for Hicks, and he'll likely replace him out in right field as well. First pitch missed on Shonowell. Now the catcher's back out there. David Fry's been out twice here in this inning to have a meeting with Tanner Burns. So that meeting wraps up.
Ron Washington has an interesting way of playing his players. He likes them to get 3 at-bats in a game minimum. Many managers give just 2 at-bats this time of the spring and get many players in the game.
Here's the pitch, and that's a chase and a miss.
But Ron thinks if you're in the lineup, you're there to work, get a full day's work in, and see if you can improve on something.
1 ball, 1 strike on Shonowell, and that's fouled off on the left side. It's backing out of play. Ron Washington back managing in the big leagues now. He'll turn 72 years old in late April, and in many ways doing things more old school, so to speak, as far as the game is concerned.
Well, you know, he likes the steal and the hit and run and the bunt, and people call that small ball. I call it baseball, and so does he. And I think we're going to see a lot of that this year.
Yep. Here's the next pitch. Grounded on the right side. The first baseman has it. It'll flip to the pitcher, and they'll get the easy out on Shonowell. So that's a second out. 3-1 on the ground out. The 2 runners move on. So Sano's at third and Adell at second. And Mickey Moniak's going to bat here as Mike Trout's day is over. Trout only had 2 at-bats today. Went 1 for 2. Got a double his last time up. Moniak will certainly stay in the ballgame somewhere in the outfield. See if Moniak can come through with 2 outs and 2 in scoring position. The pitch, he takes it outside for a ball. Next one on Moniak, and he's taking, and that one misses again. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
Mickey loves the swing 2-0. I think that he's going to have a really good swing at this pitch.
Gone 2 for 8 so far this spring. Here's the pitch. He chops it on the first base side, just foul.
Little cutter inside. If it stayed out over the plate, it would have been a loud sound. Instead, a little off the handle and a foul ball on the right side.
So 2 balls and 1 strike on the lefty batter. Moniak takes, and that's low and in. So Burns, who has already walked 2 in the inning, on the verge of walking the bases loaded here. Gonna go from the windup. Abbreviated windup and the pitch, and a chase and a miss by Moniak on that one. So it's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. A bit of a breeze picking up, blowing out to left and left center. And here's the next delivery. He walked him. It was high. 3-2 pitch missing badly. And the bases are loaded. Anthony Rendon will get his 3rd at bat here in this ball game. And we'll see if he can come through. Bases loaded situation. Rendon so far today, a walk and a single. First pitch, that's called strike. Rendon is a patient hitter, and he's facing a pitcher who's certainly struggling with his control right now. Anthony was taking the first pitch. Here's the 0-1. Takes that one. That's a fastball high and away.
With each passing day, his at-bats are getting better. His last at-bat, line drive to right in a perfect situational hitting situation.
Another pitch from Burns. That's in there for a called strike. That was his 28th pitch here in this inning. The Angels have not had a hit in the inning, but Burns has walked the bases loaded. That's why that pitch count is so high right now. Here's the 1-2 on Rendon. That's high. So 2-2, and this will be at least a 30-pitch inning for this right-hander. He's set, and here's the next one on Rendon, and he got him to chase that one, struck him out, and that's how the inning will end. So the Angels end up leaving 3 on base, and we will hit to the 6th inning. Angels up 3-0. You're watching Valley Sports West and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Rekindle.
Angels make several changes, including a new pitcher and Victor Medeiros, who actually started the first Cactus League game against the Dodgers. That was almost a week ago. He's on the mound working in relief here. He's been a starter in his pro career in the Angels organization. First pitch, Juan Brito takes it low and inside for a ball. Charles LeBlanc has come in to play third base. Joe Adell's in right. Mickey Moniak is in center, and here's a fly ball lifted into left center field. Under making the catch on is Taylor Ward, and that's the first out. One away. So those are the changes for the Angels, and the other one here defensively in the inning, Hunter Dozier is playing first base. Esteban Florial is the batter, goes after the first pitch, hits a one-hopper to first. It's fielded by Dozier, who's over there. A little solo to the bag. 2 quick outs. Medeiros, who's pitching, he took over for Drew Pomerantz, and Pomerantz faced 4 batters last inning. Had a walk and a strikeout, did not allow any hits or runs. So pitcher number 4 of the day, Medeiros, ready. Got the 2 quick outs. Throws that one in there, and at the plate is Daniel Schneemann. He came in to take over third base. He's hitting out a Tyler Freeman spot, and he swings and foul tips that one. Very quickly, the count jumps to 0-2.
Terry, when you go to work, you plan your work, and you work your plan. The pitchers are doing just that today.
Yeah, strong pitching for the Angels. One hitter working right now in this ball game with 2 outs in the 6th inning. So ready is Medeiros. And here's the next pitch, and that's a chase and a miss. Ball dropped by the catcher O'Hoppe. He'll fire to first to complete the strikeout, and the inning is over. Clean inning for Medeiros. Bottom of the 6th is coming up. Angels on top. It's 3-0. You're watching Valley Sports West and listening on Angels Radio, also available free on the Angels Radio app. A lot of changes for the Cleveland Guardians, including a new pitcher, so they have their 5th of the day. Adam Aller is taking over, and Brandon Drury will be the first batter to face him. Kyle Manzardo is now at first base. Ray Delgado is at second. Dom Nunez is their catcher. Here's the first one on Drury. That's fouled off on the right side. That's going to get back and out of play. Petey Halpin is the new center fielder. They also have a new left fielder in the ball game as that pitch is taken, and the count's 1-1 strike. Micah Prees is the new left fielder. And here's the next pitch, and that one taken again by Drury. It's now 2-1 strike.
Brandon working real hard, coming off an exceptional season last year. Could have been the MVP of the team.
Here's the pitch, and that's pitch that's inside. It misses, and the count goes to 3-1. There's a new right fielder in the ball game, and that's Alex Free Planez. So not a lot of household names here for the Guardians. They've got a lot of their minor league players who made the trip here to Tempe, and the pitch that's fouled off on the right side, back and out of play.
Brandon working really hard this spring, both on his defense and his offense. Been running well, is in great shape, and looking to have a very good season once again for the Angels.
So here's the 3-2, and that one misses low, and Aller walks the first batter he faces today. Fans, don't forget you can register your little angel for the Junior Angels Kids Club. It's presented by OC Waste and Recycling. Members receive 4 ticket vouchers, a bag, a t-shirt, and more for only $20 plus shipping. Visit angels.com/juniorangels. Here's the pitch, and that's right in there on Taylor Ward.
Ron Washington has instituted that hit and run play, as I mentioned. If the count goes 2-1, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it here with this tandem.
And here comes the pitch, and that's taken, and that is a called strike on the outside corner.
Ditch that idea.
0-2 is the count. Aller, we saw him a little bit with the Oakland A's last year as the pitch gets fouled off. He signed a minor league deal with Cleveland. Guy who throws a lot of sinkers, has a cutter, a curve, and a changeup. Aller's moved around a bit. Actually pitched a little bit in Australia, pitched in independent league baseball a few years back, formerly drafted by the Pirates. And here's a bouncing ball. It's hit to third. They're going to go to second for one. Relay to first. It's late. Ball was just not hit that sharply. So fielder's choice. Out on Drury at second, and Ward is on with one out. So the batter is the Angel catcher Logan O'Hoppe. It's probably his final at bat today. Probably see the Angels have a lot of changes defensively when we get to the 7th. We're in the 6th, 3-0 Angels, and there's a pitch on the outside part of the plate for a called strike. It looks like a pinch runner in the ball game for the Angels over there at first. So Jake Marisnick will run for Taylor Ward, and Marisnick probably will stay in the game and play left field.
He'll also probably try to steal.
And he draws a throw over there and dives back to the bag.
Trying to impress the squad and the new coaching staff. He's a very athletic player. Has the ability to steal a base, and I'll be disappointed if he doesn't try.
And he looked like he was going to go, then jammed on the brakes. Pitch fouled off by O'Hoppe on the right side, backing out of play.
When you're in a spring training camp and you're trying to impress, you get an opportunity, you have to seize that opportunity. And Jake's the kind of guy who gives himself every chance.
Here's the next pitch, and that went on O'Hoppe. Pitch a ball on that 0-2. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, Marisnick signed a minor league deal with the Angels and a non-roster invitee. He gets a good size lead off that bag at first. Not going, though, the pitch, and O'Hoppe just got a piece of that one, tipping it foul back behind the plate. Cleveland Guardians, a team, a year ago, they finished in 3rd place in the AL Central. They were 10 games under 500 when the season ended. And there goes Marisnick, and the pitch, it's a ball, throw down to second. He dives in, and they got him. He's out at second base. So that is out number 2 in the inning. Caught stealing.
Very impressive throw. Ball up high, a good ball to throw, but right on the money with a good pop time. Perfect throw to get him.
And that was the new catcher, Dom Nunez, who threw that ball. Gets Marisnick on the caught stealing. Next pitch on O'Hoppe. He was taking, so he's worked a full count here against Aller. And here comes the next one. Swings at it. Hits one on a hop right to the shortstop. Rocchio has it and throws him out, and the inning is over. Angels are retired here in inning number 6. The 7th is coming up. Still a 3-0 Angels lead. You're watching on Valley Sports West and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
By French Toast Sticks.
Angels make a few changes. We'll get to those in just a moment. There's a new battery for the Angels as Davis Daniel has come into pitch, and Caleb Hamilton is the new Angel catcher. Marisnick stays in the game, and he is now out in left field for the Angels. Here's the pitch from Daniel, and that one's fouled off, backing out of play. Ire Adrianza is the new second baseman. And here's the pitch. Fly ball lifted into shallow left. Marisnick with the sunglasses on, just out there for the first inning, makes the grab on that one. Will Brennan is retired, and that's the first out. Well, yesterday, Bobby, when the Angels, even in the loss to the Rockies, the Angels pitched well in that game, and the pitching's been really good so far here today. So good that the Guardians have had only one hit, no runs in this ball game.
Steve Carsey and Barry Enright have done a spectacular job of messaging properly. Let's pitch this year to get the batters out. Let's work quickly and get them out. Unless in 3 pitches, and often that's exactly what's happened.
Batter is the catcher Nunez, batting for the first time in the ball game. Swings from the left side. Took over for David Fry, who was 0 for 2. 1-0 pitch on him, and it misses ball 2. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
Less emphasis on the strikeout, more emphasis on the out.
There's a chase and a miss by Nunez. Nunez, a former 6th round pick of the Cubs. He's a guy that's been around. He was in the Cubs and the Pirates organization last year, signed a minor league deal with Cleveland, and swings and misses that pitch, and the count level on him. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch was 187 last year in the minors. And the next delivery, and this is lifted in the air down the left field side, and Marisnick's going to run out of room. It's backing out of play. Fans, don't forget to join us every Saturday night when the Angels are at the Big A. Enjoy a post-game Saturday night fireworks show driven by your SoCal Honda dealers. Visit angels.com/promotions. 2-2 the count, 3-0 the score. Angels on top. We're in the 7th inning. And here's the next pitch. That's a little bit low. Full count, 3-2. He is not a guy that Daniel wants to walk, and he chops this one right at the first baseman, and Hunter Dozier will easily beat him to the bag. That's the second out. So 2 are gone. Next batter up. Stepping up to the plate is Brian Rocchio. And here's the pitch on the lefty batter. Switch hitter batting left, takes the first one and misses ball 1. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Next delivery, good fastball right there. You could hear that one land in the mid of the catcher Caleb Hamilton. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Daniel ready. Here's the next pitch, and it's lifted in the air into left field, and hardly having a move at all is Marisnick. He'll put that one away to end the inning. So we're headed to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch time. Angels up 3-0. You're watching Bally Sports West and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
I'm the sports professor.
Miguel Sano will lead it off for the Angels. Bottom of the 7th we go. New pitcher in the ballgame for Cleveland, Anthony Gose, a former position player earlier in his pro career. He was an outfielder. And the first pitch on Sano, he was taking that one and misses ball 1.
Terry, Sano is due. I think you're going to have a real loud sound in this at-bat.
All right, we'll see. That one is a little bit low. 2 balls and no strikes. Anthony Gose can throw hard. He's a left-hander. He's been clocked in the past at 100 miles per hour. From Bellflower, California, originally, and a second-round pick of the Philadelphia Phillies. That was way back in 2008. Mentioned he was in the big leagues as an outfielder for a number of years. Didn't hit much at the major league level. 2-0 pitch missed on Sano. 3-0 is the count. And the next delivery, he takes that one. That's in there for a called strike. Gose, a guy who actually pitched for Team USA in the 2021 Summer Olympics in Tokyo. He was on Mike Scioscia's squad that ended up winning a silver medal. Here's a fly ball lifted into left field, and there to make the catch is Capriz. Mike Capriz retires Sano. And Zach Neto's going to bat. This will probably be his last time up today. He had a homer his first time up. Came on a green light 3-0 pitch. That was with 1 out back in the bottom of the 3rd, and the Angels batted on since then with this 3-0 lead here in the 7th. Pitch in there for a called strike. Here's the pitch, and that's in there for a called strike on Neto. So the count goes to 0-2. The attendance today, 3,986, 39-86. Gose is set, and here's the next pitch. Checking on that one, Neto. They say he was holding. If you're planning on catching the Angels in spring training here in Tempe, this coming weekend might be a good one. The Angels have games here at Tempe Diablo Stadium on Saturday and Sunday. There's a fly ball that's hit the center field. They're waiting. Under is Petey Halpin to make the put out on Zach Neto, and that's the second out. Couple fly ball outs here in the inning. Joe Adell gets ready to bat, and Adell came in as a pinch runner in the 5th inning, so this is his first time up today. Here's the pitch on Adell, and he takes the first one. It's ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Left-hander's pitch. That's a line shot the opposite way by Joe Adell. Hit that ball sharply the opposite way. Adell gets his 3rd hit this spring. 2-out single here in the Angels' 7th inning. Adell's looked good the few times we've seen him at the plate. He's now 3 for 8.
I'm surprised he hasn't had more regular playing time, but he's made the best of the time that he's had. A line drive out the other day at the second base when there's 1 at-bat, and a line drive here today in his first at-bat after sitting around for a couple hours.
Leonard Dozier is the batter. First pitch missed on him for a ball. This is his first time up, hitting out a Shonowell spot. Shonowell, they held him hitless today, so first game this spring, Shonowell failing to get a hit. He was 0 for 3. 1-0 pitch was a ball. It's 2-0 here on Dozier. And a toss over to first. Adell dives back. Joe Adell, we've talked about it ever since the Angels made him a first-round pick, and that was out of high school. And he's such a great athlete, and the Angels have been waiting for it to show at the major league level. And we'll see if 2024 is the year. First round pick of the Angels back in 2017, Joe Adele. And there's one line foul down the left side by Dozier. That ball was hit hard, but a foul ball.
Yeah, it seems like it's been a long time waiting, but he's a 24-year-old spectacular athlete who last year led the AAA team in home runs, looked like he was really making it happen.
Next pitch on Dozier. Pops one up on the left side, battling the sun right on the foul line. Making the catch is the third baseman, Schneemann, and that is how the inning comes to an end. So 7 completed. The 8th is coming up. Angels have a 3-0 lead. You're watching Valley Sports West and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app. Angels have a new pitcher. He's getting ready to work for the second time this spring. Kelvin Caceres takes over. Saw him pitch briefly for the Angels last year. And the right-hander's first pitch on Kyle Manzardo, and it misses ball 1. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Manzardo, lefty batter. Caceres, a right-hander on the mound. Here's the next pitch, and that one pitch that misses ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the delivery, and that's on the outside part of the plate. That's a called strike. Last season in A ball, Caceres 3-2 record, 3.84 ERA. Saw him hit 98 with his fastball last year in the brief time he was with the Angels. Has a very good slider, and will throw a changeup. Power arm, the pitch, and that's a chase and a miss. He came in taking a little something off that pitch. So the count's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the next delivery. That's lifted foul on the left side, backing out of play.
Yeah, this is one of the young arms that the Angels are counting on either this year or into this season or in the future, but his future is very bright.
Here's the next pitch. Little bouncing ball, foul over on the first base side. We'll do it again.
I really liked the way he threw his first 2 pitches, which were fastballs. He ran away from them a little, and it was 2 balls, no strikes, and with his breaking balls, got back in the count, and now I think he's in the driver's seat.
So 2-2 the count. Here's the next pitch. He misses a little bit low. Angels have Livan Soto playing shortstop. He takes over for Zach Neto. His day is over. Soto is playing out not too far away from second base, playing this Lefty batter to pull, and the next pitch he fouls that one off to our left, backing out of play. So it's still a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Caceres with the payoff pitch, and he got him looking. That one right at the knees, struck him out. So 1 away.
Great to see a young.
Power up your capability with the right Kia SUV.
Really work.
So 1 gone, and this is Micah Prees at the plate, another lefty batter, and he's batting for the first time in the ball game. First pitch on him in there for a strike. Caceres with the next pitch. Tapper fouled off on the first base side. 0-2 is the count.
Talking about the driver's seat, throwing a breaking ball first pitch, a fastball in, and a second pitch. I think any pitch gets an out here.
Next delivery, and there's a swing and a miss, and he fooled him with the breaking stuff and struck him out. So a pair of strikeouts for Caceres. He's looking good here in his first inning, second appearance this spring. And now we see Ron Washington coming out, and he's signaled to the bullpen. So we're going to have a pitching change here.
Wants the young man to leave on a good note and get another pitcher in this game. The pitching has been outstanding.
So that's it for Caceres. We'll take a break. Pitching change coming up. 2 outs here in the 8th. Angels up on Cleveland 3-0. You're watching Bally Sports West and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app. Hayden Sieg, the new pitcher, and he delivers a strike. He's in front 0-1. There's a pitch that is right in there for strike 2. This is Alexfrey Planez at the plate. Taking 2 pitches, 2 strikes, and Sieg is ready. His next delivery, that one is low and away. It misses for a ball. Big right-hander, 6'5", 227-pounder, was in AAA, AA, and A ball last year in the Angels system. 6-3 record, 3.43 ERA, had a couple saves. And his next delivery, that's chopped foul over on the left side. Sieg played college baseball at St. Joseph's University in Philadelphia. St. Joe Hawk. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Sieg also pitched a couple years ago in independent league baseball. And there's a base hit on a 2-strike pitch, and the Cleveland Guardians have just their second hit of the day. It comes with 2 outs here in the 8th inning.
And a good pitch by Sieg. He threw a fastball away and down. Just a good piece of hitting. So you tip your hat and get the next hitter and back into the dugout.
So Planez with that 2-out hit. And the batter now is Ray Delgado. He's a lefty batter, and he fouls the first pitch off. No balls and 1 strike. Angels in this ball game. Only 5 hits, but a 3-0 lead. Hits have been hard to come by. Just 7 in this game so far today. Sieg is ready, and here's the next one. That's a breaking ball, and it's a little bit outside. It misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Angels runs today. Angels got a run in the 3rd inning and a couple in the 4th as that one is fouled off. So Sieg has another 2-strike count against one of these Cleveland batters. We'll see if he can polish off Delgado.
Sieg, a big guy with a good sinker, a little herky-jerky motion, as people like to say. Here he is working with the pitch clock. He shook and then wanted to shake again and stepped off the rubber. You can do that. Take your time and make a good pitch.
Here's the delivery, and he's way off with that one. It was high and outside. Sieg wears number 95 on his Angel jersey, and there's one that's fouled off right near us, just a little bit below the booth. Bobby was ready, though. He was ready to make the stop on that one.
Yeah, he's ready to duck, Terry. We are in play here, that's for sure.
Yep. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And there's a bouncer that's fouled off into the Angels dugout. So the batter Delgado's hitting them all over the place here. I mean, people duck for cover.
Fastball away, had a good swing, fouled it off. Breaking ball in, just barely fouled it off. This should be a poorly hit ball on a fastball away.
The 2-2, and he's not going to make any contact at all on that one. Struck him out, and that's how the inning will end. So we will go to the bottom of the 8th as we head there. It's still 3-0 Angels. You're watching Valley Sports West and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app. Angels ready to go. Bottom of the 8th, 3-0 Halos. Mickey Moniak, the batter. First pitch, and that one is a ball that counts 1 ball, no strikes. New pitcher in the game for Cleveland is a tall right-hander. His name is Mason Hickman. Takes over for Anthony Gose, and there's a pitch right in there for a called strike. Here comes the next pitch. It's fouled back behind the plate. Also, last inning, the Guardians brought in a new shortstop, and he has ties to Southern California, Milan Tolentino. He's out there at short for them. He went to Santa Margarita High School and Rancho Santa Margarita. His father, Jose, former Major League player, one-time Angels Spanish radio announcer. Here's the pitch, and that's a pop-up into very shallow left field. Coming in is Prees, and he will make the catch on that one. Moniak is retired for the first out. 1 away. This bottom of the 8th inning, it's being brought to you today by the All-Star team at Rotolo Chevrolet in Fontana. Rotolo is pursuing excellence every day. You can visit them at rotolo.com. Batter now is Charles LeBlanc. He came in and took over for Rendon at third base. He's batting for the first time today. And the first pitch, that one was in there for a strike. Next one on LeBlanc. That one is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Don't forget, we'll have post-game coverage for you on Valley Sports West and also on Angels Radio. Bobby Valentine will be joining Erica Weston. Erica will be chatting with one of the stars of the game after the ball game on Valley Sports West. Here's the pitch, and that's low. Checking the swing on that one was LeBlanc, and the count on him goes to 3-1. Angels have Jose Marte up in the bullpen. It looks like he will be coming in to try and get the final 3 outs and not just save in this game. Here's the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. Tomorrow on our broadcast on Valley Sports West and on Angels Radio, I'm going to step aside for the day, and Trent Rush will be joining Bobby and Erica on the broadcast. There's a pitch that's chased and missed, and down on strikes goes LeBlanc. That's the second out. So, Bobby, I'll see you on Saturday.
What, too long of a road trip for you, Hunter? You're just taking the day off. Nice job. Wow. What is it, 35 minutes? A little too much for your pedal?
I had a prior engagement, and the pitch.
Yeah.
There's one that's a little bit outside. Adrianza is the batter. We don't have to get too specific on the details of tomorrow's broadcast, but I'll see you on Saturday. How's that sound?
I'll tell you all about the road trip. Don't worry about it, Tim. Right. That'd be fun. You have fun. We'll miss you.
Here's the next pitch, and that one's a little bit low. Adrianza saying something to the home plate umpire there, Paul Clemens. I believe he called that one a ball. The count should be 2-0. And here's the next delivery, and that's in there for a called strike. 2 outs. Angels batting here, bottom of the 8th, up 3-0. It has been a shutout performance by Angel pitching so far on just 2 hits against the Guardians. Here's the pitch. That's a ball that's hit well down the right field side. It's tight to the line. Fair or foul, and that ball is out of here. Adrianza has hit a home run. He's had 2 of them already this spring to lead the Angels. Former Major League player, signed a minor league deal with the Angels, non-roster invitee. Angels add on that homer, and now have a 4-0 lead.
And with those 2 home runs, he's really impressed the staff, but not only the way he has swung the bat, but the way he goes about his business, he's very professional. He has leadership qualities, and he's someone that any team would welcome as a member.
So the batter now is Marisnik with 2 outs, and the Angels up 4-0. First pitch on Marisnik, taking that one. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. And with Luis Rengifo sidelined and Michael Stefanik sidelined right now, each with some injury issues, that's given Adrianza a chance to see some action, and he's doing quite well in an Angel uniform.
When you have an opportunity, you have to make the best of it, and boy, he is doing some kind of job impressing people in the Angels uniform.
Yep, here's the pitch on Marisnik. That's low. Renjifo's been down with a left hamstring strain. He continues daily treatments and has resumed some baseball activity. Stefanik has a left quad strain, and he's continuing to get daily treatments. He resumes some light baseball activity now. There's a pitch in there for a called strike.
I would say by the middle of next week, they'll both be ready to play. They took ground balls today. Probably will start hitting tomorrow.
Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Good slider right there. Gets Marisnik, and that'll end the inning. But the Angels get a run, have a 4-0 lead. We are headed to the 9th inning in Tempe. You're watching Valley Sports West and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app. First batter up for the Guardians is Petey Halpin, and the new pitcher is Jose Marte, who's going to try and get the save here. Well, he can't get one. It's now a 4-run lead, but he can get the final 3 outs. And there's a pitch in there for a called strike. That home run by Adrianza. No longer making this a save opportunity for the reliever Marte. Here's his pitch, and that's a chase and a miss. Marte throws hard, and he's jumped in front here on Halpin, who's batting for the first time in the ballgame. He's hitting out of their leadoff spot. Right-hander is set. And here's the next delivery. That's fouled off on the left side. Bobby Valentine is headed downstairs for Angels Live after the ball game on Valley Sports West. Erica Weston will be with Bobby, and Erica's going to talk to Angels manager Ron Washington after the game. We'll have that for you on both the telecast and radio. Here's the pitch. That's fouled off on the left side. That's going to get back and out of play. So the count's still no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch. That's swing and a miss. The ball gets away, though, from Hamilton. The catcher picks it up, fires to first, and got it there just in time. Good job by Caleb Hamilton. He had to track that ball back behind the batter's box there, the batter's circle, and then had that runner running up that first base side. Had to get the throw by the batter running to first. Angels complete the strikeout. One gone here in the top of the ninth. Daniel Schneemann is the batter. And here's the pitch on him. He goes after it, fouls that one back behind the plate. No balls and one strike is the count. Will Brennan is waiting on deck. He's been their DH today. He has already had 3 at-bats. He's going to get another one. Counts even. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Marte's pitch lifted foul on the left side. That's backing out of play. Second appearance this spring for Marte, and so far this spring he's had 1 scoreless outing with a pair of strikeouts. Marte trying to earn a spot in the Angel bullpen. Here's his pitch, and that one misses low and inside. Marte's been a guy since the Angels got him a few years ago from the Giants. He's always had a really good arm. We've seen him hit triple digits with his fastball. Command has been the problem. Good stuff, though, and a guy that you're just trying to harness everything and get him over some of the control issues. But he certainly has the arm. Counts 3-1 here on Schneemann, and the pitch. He drills the ball into right center field. That ball's a gapper, and it's going to take a bounce and hit off the wall in right center. And Schneemann has a 1-out double. So that's the first extra base hit of the game for Cleveland, and just their 3rd hit overall today. 1-out single here in the 9th. And the batter now will be Will Brennan. Nunez, the catcher, waiting on deck, and here's the pitch. Little tapper foul right over near where the Angels coaches are seated outside the first base dugout. 0-1 is the count. Angels trying to even up their Cactus League record with a victory. Win would move the Angels to 3-3-1 this spring. The pitch in there for a called strike. 0-2 is the count. The attendance today, 3,986. Angels and Cleveland Guardians. Here's the next delivery. That's a line shot into right field. That's a fair ball, and that's going to score a run. Just getting to the ball is Adele. This is going to be another extra base hit, and Brennan's going to go for 3rd, and he's going to get there standing up safely with an RBI triple. So Cleveland on the scoreboard, and they'll have the tying run coming to the plate now. The Angel lead at 3-1. So Marte having a little trouble here in his 2nd outing this spring, and Ron Washington is going to head out to the mound and have a word with him. And we've seen Ron do this quite a bit. Not only is he going to have a word with Marte, he's also going to make a pitching change. So we will have a new Angel reliever coming in. We'll see who gets the call when we get back. We're in the 9th inning. Angels lead at 3-1. A pitching change coming up. You're watching Valley Sports West and listening on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app. New pitcher for the Angels is Camden Manasseh, and here's his first pitch. Popped up foul on the third base side, but it's going to get back to the seats, not too far away from the Guardians' third base dugout. Manasseh has appeared in one game this spring for the Angels, and that was when the Angels had the split squad day on Sunday, and he played in the game in Goodyear against the Reds and struggled in that appearance. He's a former 6th round pick of the Angels, and that was in last year's amateur draft. Played for the Angels Class A club last year, and that was at Inland Empire, and pitch it's fouled off over on the right side, backing out of play. So he jumps in front, 0-2. He's a former closer in his college days at Wake Forest. Fastball 99, slider. He has a good slider as well, so he throws hard. And here's the next pitch, and there's a swing and a miss, and he blew that one by Nunez, struck him out. So 2 outs here in this top of the 9th, and Milan Tolentino will get ready to bat. Tolentino, a left-handed hitter, 22 years old, 4th round pick of Cleveland. That was back in 2020, the COVID year. Drafted out of high school. The pitch, and he swings and misses that one for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Tolentino has had 2 at-bats this spring, and he's had 2 hits. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one back. And so now it's 0-2 on the SoCal native. Tolentino, a year ago, he saw action in High A and also Double A. And he hit .243 last year. Can run a little bit. Guardians are down to their final strike in this ball game. 2 outs in the 9th. Runner at third. 3-1 Angels. The pitch, that's low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Manasseh, the 9th pitcher today for the Angels, trying to get the final out. Here's the 2-strike pitch, that's outside. And so the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Everyone ready. The pitch on the lefty batter, late with the swing, fouls it back behind the plate, but stays alive. 2-2 the count. Manasseh could get a save here in this ball game, taking over for Marte in this 9th inning. Everyone ready. Here's the next pitch. It's a fly ball that's lifted to center field. This should do it. Camping under is Moniak. He'll make the put out, and the ball game is over. So Camden Manasseh comes in and retires the 2 batters he faces. That'll earn him a save in this ball game today. The Angels come away with the victory here this afternoon, a 4-1 win over the Cleveland Guardians. Well pitched ball game today. The Guardians were held off the scoreboard until the 9th inning, when they get what turns out to be their lone run in the ball game. So the Angels come away with the victory, and the Angels record this spring improves to 3-3-1, and the Guardians now have a Cactus League record of 2 wins and 4 defeats. Angels celebrating the victory, and momentarily we'll be hearing from Ron Washington on today's win. I'm sure he has to be excited by the pitching performance today. Sandoval started the game, had a couple of scoreless innings. Silseth followed him. He had a pair of scoreless innings as well. And then the Angels dipped deeper into the bullpen, and all 8 relievers for the Angels today, and a total of 9 pitchers in this ball game this afternoon here in Tempe. So the Angels get ready for the visit tomorrow to Peoria to take on the Padres, and then a couple of home games this weekend here at Angel Stadium, or at Tempe Diablo Stadium, I should say, with Arizona coming in, and also the Chicago White Sox will be in for the ball game on Sunday. Ron Washington chatting with some of the Guardian staff as players on both sides are starting to walk off the field here today. Good day for Angels pitching, as I mentioned. On the offensive side, not a whole lot of production really for either team in this ball game. All right, we're going to take you down to the field right near the Angels dugout. Erica Weston is standing by with Angels manager Ron Washington.
Terry, thanks very much. Ron, I want to start with your shortstop, Zach Neto. He crushed his first home run of spring. Also some nice glove work. Which part of his game right now has caught your attention?
Both parts. He's growing as a hitter and he's growing as a defensive shortstop. And he has a lot to still learn. Matter of fact, I had that conversation with him this morning. The type of player he is, and don't take it for granted and just continue to grow. He's only 22 years old, 23 years old. He got a long ways to go.
He's got a bright future ahead, too. How about Mike Trout, who had his first hit of the spring, a double this afternoon? From your seat, your vantage point, how's that timing coming around?
It's getting better. It's been getting better. And then finally, he got a pitcher that towed that rubber and threw something that he liked, and he was able to do what he wanted to do. And hopefully that'll springboard him to keep going.
See what else he has in store. Last one for you, Patrick Sandoval on the mound, first time this spring. Very efficient in his 2 innings of work. What'd you think?
Very efficient. And I told him that when he came off the mound. That's efficiency. That type of efficiency can get you to the 8th inning. And that's what we're looking for. And he came in and pounded that strike zone.
Great to see you. Thanks for the time. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, Terry.
All right, thanks, Erica. The Angels come away with the victory again. 4-1 was the final. And for those of you who've been watching on Valley Sports West, Erica and Bobby Valentine will have a lot more post-game analysis that's coming up on Angels Live on the radio side. We'll have some more for you on our post-game coverage as well. We want to thank you for joining us today. You've been watching Valley Sports West and listening on Angels Radio and also on the Angels Radio app.